Previously on Will Save. Our crew finds out that not every plush toy is fun for the whole family, as this fiendishly fun-sized foe cuts into Dr. OK for a punishing amount of damage. Round after round, our crew hurls insults and blows in an attempt to kill the construct's spirits, and in its final moments, a glimmer of hope shines for our furry figurine, realizing the error of his ways, only to find out it's too late, as Rex swings his axe for more damage than its collectible resale value. Has our crew finally found some respite from this horrifying child's play? Or is our crew playing right into the hands of some demonic puppet master? Find out this time on Will Save.
Good morning, this is Dick Denali, and we're here with the morning rotation. We're going to kick off with a segment about the kids of Absalom Station. We're going to go to our first kid, whose name rhymes with Gilliam Barrett. What's a cool thing that you did, young Gilliam Barrett, that no one would know what you did when you were a kid?
Illegal things.
I mean, you were a kid, so cut statute of limitations. Just say it.
Yeah.
Or we don't want to encourage bad behavior. I get it.
It's all right. We just cut the broadcast.
No, it definitely never had to do with any computer systems or financial institutions or any of them. Really.
Shit.
I've never done a illegal thing in my life, and no, that's not true. But certainly never caught.
Yeah. Even if I did do it, I didn't get caught, so it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah, it never happened.
Yeah, it's
and it was before I was 18, so let's just not talk about it.
Pretty sure my dad poured sand into large construction equipment when they were trying to build something in a place that he didn't want them to build. Pretty sure that he did that with his friends.
As a child?
Yeah, as like a kid. Was like, nah.
Like, what age child are we talking about? Like 6 years old?
I don't know.
Like
No.
10?
No, come on. Yeah, 10. Almost a preteen. A pre-preteen.
He was like that against the system that he was like, I'm going to dump sand into your tractor?
I think so.
Wow.
Yikes.
That's
It's
impressive.
expensive, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What about our next kid whose name rhymes with Bick Nelcher?
You really wanted to go with the Dick Delker.
You know, this is a family show.
Oh, gosh. All right. So when I was about 10 or 12, I participated in space camp.
Cool.
That's
That's
awesome.
Like you flew to Texas or whatever? And
No. They did it in...
oh, not like NASA space camp.
We're talking NASA space camp. So we're talking the one down
Florida.
close to... John, help me
Cape
out.
Canaveral.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cape Canaveral, yeah.
Oh, Florida.
I've
Yeah,
been
that's...
there.
I forgot you're from Florida. Yeah.
Well, he's not
I forgot that too.
totally from Florida.
Wow.
kind of from
John
Florida.
throwing shade on
Hey,
his fellow
I'm-
Floridian.
I was born in it. I was raised in it. Nick was
The
not.
Everglades of
Californian
Florida.
now, John?
What, Will?
Are you a Californian?
I think by virtue of being here for, like
10 years.
12
Yeah,
years
but
now.
you weren't born here.
But all right, Will, I get your point. Well, you don't need to rub my face in your cool In-N-Out burger. Anyway.
He's not a complete Californian.
And your Huell Hauser. And you too, Kelly. And you too, Kev. We're outnumbered, Nick.
There's no Florida's gold. That's sad.
There's no Florida gold?
No, there's just a fountain
Just
of
orange
youth in
juice?
St. Augustine.
They have-
The
they have
fountain
Florida's
of life.
oranges?
Oh, okay.
Florida's riches.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Boca
Florida's
Raton.
riches.
Boca Raton.
There's cool stuff in Florida.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
For,
There's Mile
for
Marker
those who
Zero.
are into that.
Yeah.
Swamps and
Swamps?
Yeah, swamps.
alligators.
Yeah.
Gators.
The Everglades. All right, Nick. So
Yeah,
tell
the
us about the
Florida
space
man.
camp. What did you do?
I got to experience kind of like the gravity on the moon, which was pretty cool. Got to do their G-force machine where they spin you around in circles.
Wait, rewind. How did you get to experience gravity on the moon if you were on Earth?
They had like this cool gravitational machine in there where it gave
They
you.
just
it
turned off
simulated
gravity. They're just
No,
like,
it's like-
turn it down.
It was weird. I don't know how they did it. I'm 10 or 12 years
Special
old.
tab.
I don't think
The
no.
experience of reduced.
Come on.
You're going to be that guy.
Were there strings involved? I'm assuming there were like cables or
Probably
something.
like an arm. I think.
Probably
Like,
something like
yeah,
that. I
servo.
was 10 or
Okay.
The
12,
arm. Yeah.
All right.
I
cool.
got to
Bring
do
it-
their G.
It probably gives you a wedgie, but you know.
I am jealous that you got to go to space.
Yeah, that's
camp.
awesome,
I think
dude.
that's really
That's
cool.
awesome.
Super awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to do the G-force machine where, kind of on the Rocket Man movie where he's literally going around in circles and the force is like pushing
Yeah,
the space back.
a friend of ours going through flight school right now
Yep.
just did that, and I think he got up to like 7 G's or 10
Yeah, it's
G's.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
there's
really
video of it,
intense.
and he's just like, man, he looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I did, as a 10 or 12-year-old, I did 3 Gs.
Yeah.
And then I also got to fly the simulation of the space shuttle, which was really cool.
That's great.
Nice.
nice.
That
was
is
really cool.
awesome. That's like the best part for sure.
I got all the way through separating the initial rocket boosters before we blew up.
Crashing?
the simulation.
Nick, Nick, that is just enough experience to where if this was a movie, that would be foreshadowing that later we're going to be in that situation and you're the only one who can fly. That's
Yeah, right?
That is
Like,
just enough experience to be.
you're
that.
watching it on TV, and you're like, no, they need to push that button. You
That's
could've
so
saved
funny.
them.
I watched the Tomorrow War last night, actually.
Oh, I'm like halfway
on-
through that one. I still haven't gotten like,
It's
all the way through.
so freaking
It's
funny.
a good movie. Chris Pratt, right?
Yeah.
Terribly funny.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out. Yeah.
Decent movie. Like, good amount of humor, like, suffused with, like, some really dark thriller
So
stuff.
glad they're a sponsor.
Yep. I love that they sent us all this cool swag
Yeah,
that we're all wearing.
and I'm best friends with Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he listens to our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. He and The Rock hang out, right? It's fine.
Yeah.
Kelly.
They
On the
both
ranch.
they work out together, and he listens to it.
Yeah. So that's
on
how we
Wednesday
found out about
mornings.
it.
I could see that.
Kelly.
Constructing our own narrative.
Let's see. I guess like there was one when my sister and I went to a school for a while together, and my sister like hated her curly hair, so she would straighten it with like a straightener and get it like really long and straight and everything.
Okay.
And then there was this one kid who I guess like was an act, and this is like he
There
called
always
her
is.
like Michael Jackson.
Whoa,
So
what the hell?
now this is like after Michael Jackson was cool and before he was cool again. You know what I mean? So like it was like
and
that
before he
period of
wasn't
time.
cool anymore.
Yeah.
Long before he
Wait,
wasn't.
wait, hold
Dangerous
on.
album?
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, he's always up and down.
Which
The
album?
ebbs and flows of Michael Jackson. I don't know. It was the '90s, so then like it's like after Free Willy, but everybody started to get a little bit wised up at that point. So then then I got like really mad, so I just like pushed him, and I think I pushed him like really far, and he got hurt like really bad.
Because wait, what age were you?
Most of
what
my
grade?
fighting was really young, like not much older. I don't know. It was like 3rd grade or 4th grade or
So
something.
you were like, but you're still like 5'10" when all the other kids are like,
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
well, yeah. Don't mess-
But yeah.
don't call my sister Michael Jackson, all right?
Also, being tall's fine one-on-one, but if you're being bullied or whatever,
yeah.
This is
being
the
tall,
20
it's
duck-sized
just
elephants.
a liability. It's
Well,
more
I wasn't-
surface to hit.
Liability.
I wasn't bullied though. I mean, he was just being to my sister, but
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
I
well,
never
then
grew up
screw
being
that
bullied
guy.
for sure.
No, I'm all for
and I
it,
have
Kelly.
taken
Good
on
job.
3 other kids before when I as a kid, so there was 1 or 2 times like that. Stupid
I did that
kids.
once or twice.
Wow.
Yeah, we're all pretty.
Wait, Kelly, are you trained in any kind of martial arts or anything?
Not really. No.
Not really.
I did.
That's
Not really.
Some of
He's
these
received
trained
training in Krav
would be.
Maga.
I was going to say, yeah.
I did some taekwondo for a period of time. That was
Okay.
it, basically.
Yeah.
So you can kick a bottle off my head. That's fine.
No.
Yeah, it's cool.
I can
Some
just
bag.
see Kelly like 5'10", just roundhousing a third grader.
yeah, exactly.
He's also a third grader though, so it's okay.
Yeah, so that's how this works.
I guess one more slightly unbelievable story, because it technically was about whether it's hard to believe, but related to Taekwondo, I went there and actually invited this sort of, I guess he's like a C-level celebrity these days, but his name is David Gallagher. He was the blonde kid from Seventh Heaven and the voice of Riku from Kingdom Hearts, which is what I most like him for.
That's awesome.
But there was a couple years where I hung out
You
with
beat
him
him
as a
up?
kid. No. We went to Taekwondo.
Together.
yeah.
You were like, I beat up Riku.
So I was briefly in an episode of Seventh Heaven just for like a second, and it was like nothing. Yeah, it was technically an extra role, but they
We
were
need
like,
to
talk
find
to
this
David,
clip.
pretend to be friends with him. But then we did become friends for a while, and he tried to make me really cool. So we would like go to like these clubs and stuff, and everybody be like David and get like VIP and everything. But I didn't end up becoming cool, unfortunately. But it was fun.
False.
Wait, at what age were you going to these clubs?
Yeah.
I was like probably 15, and he was like 17 or 18.
So it's like 18
What do
under
you
clubs.
Nice.
It was an 18 and under club. I think it was called Club 17 or something. It
Classic.
used to be in Hollywood.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
But you are
Yeah.
cool
If
now.
you're
because you're on a
over, if you're over
Sunday podcast.
17, yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah,
I can just
exactly.
imagine Kelly going up to one of these clubs, just like, we're on the list. And
We
like,
literally were.
Come on in.
And then there was like one girl from my high school once, and she's like, "Can you let us in?" And he was like, "Nah, that girl." Or like,
Wow. Amazing.
and then we drank our Red Bulls or whatever teenagers do to be cool.
Wow.
Anyway, story complete.
Wow. Kev,
Amazing.
we have just a minute left because I want to play,
Sorry,
but I'm
my story
sure
was
that
long.
Kev...
We're still gonna hear your stories, John. Okay, I was actually like a pretty
I'll
good
come
kid.
up.
All I ever did was like play video games. I think for the most part.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like 7th grade that I got like bad, and I went through this like little bad stage. But like my bad was we popped up the keyboards, and then we'd rearrange the letters on the keyboards, and so we'd spell out "f you" on the keyboard. And then, but it was funny because like it was a typing class that all these kids were like messing up on typing, and the teacher was like, "What do you mean? Why can't you guys figure this out?" And she'd go look at the keyboard, and the keyboard would say "f you." And then we stole the mouse balls, and we would, because they bounced really good. You know, If we have any young listeners, you probably don't even know what a mouse ball is, but before like the invention of like LED laser scan mouses, they used a roller ball to like actually move the mouse around and tell you where the
Had a
the
little
cursor should be.
wheel that it sat on top of.
And before the
Yeah.
ball, it was just hard-boiled eggs. So
Right?
Yeah.
But the mouse balls are like just thick rubber, and they bounce really good. We lost a bunch of them and got in trouble. So I actually got suspended for the first time in my life because of mouse balls. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's a good reason.
That's good.
I have one that I can share that's related to that.
Please. And then we have to start.
No, then we got to tell John stories.
No,
John, I want to hear yours.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'll talk about mine later, but it does involve martial arts. It does
Oh,
involve
stay
somebody-
tuned for
yeah.
after the show for John's
Stay
stories.
tuned after. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
stay
but
tuned
Will,
after.
tell us
John's
your
got
story.
the outro.
Okay, so real quick, I installed a small virus on my computer on the computers in my high school and junior highs that would allow for it's called mitten fingers, and so when you would type, it would like on like the 10th or
It'd push
12th
the round
letter,
ones.
it would be like the one right next to it.
Oh my
Oh,
Wait,
It was evil.
That's
And
so
people
good.
hated
I'm not
it.
really. Hold on. Describe that.
Oh, that's so good.
Wait.
So you're
I
like
don't-
typing your essay in the computer lab, say,
Yeah.
like the teacher's like assignment is to, write 2 paragraphs about
It was a
what you did
random
today.
fat finger generator.
Yeah. So
I love
it
that.
was basically mitten fingers would occasionally on a randomly determined interval move your, pretend like your keyboard finger hit the wrong key. So you're typing like, "Hi, my name's Nick," and be like, "Hi, my name's Bick."
That's amazing.
That is
That's
awesome.
actually well done.
It's
I kinda
actually
wanna do
still
that.
implemented in
Yeah.
the school system
They
there.
haven't
They
been
never
able to
I
figured out how
hope
to turn it
so.
off.
They haven't been able to pull it up.
Alas, I don't think it is. Did they upgrade it?
I just love the
Does
way
your
that you
sh-
started it. You were like, all right, so you guys know the Pentagon, right? So I put in a virus that was
No, I never did
that
anything.
level. Of
Not
intensity.
with I would never go against my own government.
The silent shows.
And
are
with
just-
that, thank you for watching the morning rotation. On to our next program. We'll save the podcast. Let's play.
Crush gas ball.
Dun, 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 dun.
Cool. Let's play some Starfinder. Is there anyone out there? That's always stuck in my head.
Starfinder. Is there anyone who really cares?
So, let's do a quick recap.
All right.
Perhaps. Oh, what? Kelly? This is the second time you interrupted me. I was listening back, and you interrupted me again. You got
I've been interrupting John a lot, but John, good job on the will save. Whatever you call this on Roll20, because I like the sliced.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
Devil in a box. It's actually
the
called
box.
Devil in the box.
It's called a devil in a box.
Out of the box.
Yeah, the landing
What's
page
out
of the box?
is, as we'll get to it, Rick's murderous destruction of this.
Murder.
So
It's called a devil, man. Come on.
consider this, that perhaps as you entered into possibly one of the stranger rooms in this book so far, maybe the fear that you felt from the intense fight, the part 1, part 2 fight with the Greybounder, and also just the whole wing of maniacal experiments, all that fear and anxiety maybe washes away as you walk into a room that is ostensibly maybe a haven from all that, an oasis of youth and innocence, as there's plush toys and beads and baubles and a fusion fizz machine that, when lit up, is the only light in the room. This artificial color sprayed across the floor and the wall. So, illuminated by this light, you do battle against this tiny Shirren plush toy that has come to life. You insult, you shoot, you prod, and ultimately, you are chopping into this toy, this cute toy, until it finally does some damage to Dr. OK. Then Heerz, feeling remorseful at destroying this caricature of his own race, you offer an olive branch of mercy. And Rick, 19, cold and unforgiving,
Oh, stop it.
slams the creature against the wall, chops it in half, its arms outstretched as if it were going to accept Heerz's
It's sharp
merciful
razor
offer.
blade arms
Yeah, that
outreached
stabs
as if like
Dr.
it wants to
OK.
hug you.
Yep.
Yeah, come on, get out of here.
And the last sound that it makes before it crumbles into lifeless oblivion is the sound of, I love you, Rick 19!
Hello, darkness, my
Rick 19 is not persuaded by pleas of mercy
As
or
the toy.
love.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sorry.
So Rick.
Or love. Just period.
Or love.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So the
He's not
toy
persuaded by anything.
slides against the wall. I'm going to move you guys over from our tongue-in-cheek landing page to, or rather, I should say, tongue on the floor, body on the floor.
Yeah.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the
I was waiting for that one.
There it is. We need that drop. We should add that to our.
A drop
Yeah.
list.
What's the name of our drop spreadsheet, Kev? It's called not the drops we wanted, the drops we needed. Something like that.
It's
Yeah.
not the drops you needed, but the drops you deserve.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
That's great.
I forget now. And whatever the Batman quote is, you guys will catch me off guard.
That's improv, baby. So, you don't even hear the sound of the toy as it falls just back into the pile of plush toys that are there. Except now one is in half. The rest don't move like this one did. So now Rick is standing against the wall. Dr. K, I think you were injured. You're standing in the middle of the room. Nico, you're standing next to the vending machine, and Heerz is there.
Correct.
So what do you guys want to do?
Heerz is going to investigate this pile over here, or the both of the piles.
Okay.
Yes, I'd like to
Thanks.
investigate as well.
All right. You guys are going to... So Dr. K, Heerz, you're going to start walking around looking at some of the piles that are... some of them are crushed workstations, and you're kicking through, again, little plastic beads and baubles and strings that were clearly made from something else. It's been destroyed. And Rick and Nico, what are you two doing?
Rick is gonna look at there's 3 doors. There's one for the door we came into. It's a long room. Straight across there's like an angular door wall where there's a door, and then to the right there's a double door and then a single door. So Rick is gonna look at those 3 doors, and just a reminder, he does speak Aklo. So I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if I don't know, get any kind of information on what's behind each of these doors.
Okay, let's go through. I just want to see what each of you were doing, and then we can go kind of and go through. So, Nico, what were you going to do?
I was going to loot the place.
Okay, so you're also going around. So that's fine. So why don't we start with Dr. OK and Heerz? Give me a perception check.
I have 17.
17.
Ooh, I rolled an 18.
18. Wow, you just had to show up Heerz like that.
Yeah, thanks.
Watch out, because they'll beat you up. They'll push you.
Nah.
Into this pile of plush toys.
Into the pile of plush.
This pile of plush toys. Nah.
So, I think Dr. K in here, since you're over in the eastern part of the room, you do find something that looks kind of odd. I want both of you to actually give me a either engineering or mysticism check. And as you're doing this, I'll tell you.
I'll do mysticism.
Mysticism. You basically pick up this weird tangle of wires and crystal, and it seems to be some sort of a device. You're not quite sure what it is. You can't quite make it out because it has little appendages sticking off of it, and you're not quite sure what it is.
I got a 29.
I rolled a 26 mysticism.
29, 26. Yeah, so as you're holding it, maybe just some part of it looked more whole than the rest of everything else around it. And as you pick it up, you realize that it has some sort of a leather on it, and the rest is a metal brace that acts as the superstructure for this, because it's a glove. And so the metal covers the back of the hand, and the leather is more of the inside, these metal fingers. And as you put your hand into it and turn it over, maybe Heerz with your 3 fingers and Dr. Ok's, you guys hold it up, you realize that it has a space in the back for what would be a spell gem. And you do see this red kind of misfigured gem that's sitting inside of it.
Is it like damaged?
It's not
It's
damaged.
like damaged.
And maybe that's
Seized up.
why, Dr. OK, you saw it too. You saw that bit of red, and you're like, that's more brilliant than any other plastic, weird thing here. So instead, you realize this is called an eldracarnum. It has these bright hues you brush off the fingers, and you realize that each of the fingers have these lines, these stripes in them that are purple and yellow and gold and vibrant green. And it is a device that is worn like a glove, and you wire in a spell gem. This spell gem is a spell gem of magic missile. And it basically allows you to use the device as if it were a weapon with a spell thrower fusion. So you can throw out your hand, cast whatever spell is in the spell gem, and when you put it on, you are proficient with it for the purpose of using that. There are... You reach
That's
down.
awesome.
Yeah.
You have magic missiles, don't you, Kelly?
I do have magic missiles. There are other gems there are other spells you can plug in there, though.
Yeah,
as well.
and as you look, there are actually 4 others, Doctor. Okay, you notice that same vibrant color. Maybe one is pink, one is green. There are 4 other spells. There's Caustic Conversion, Microbot Assault, Overheat, and Supercharged Weapon. And I don't know if you guys want to put this in our new little behind the scenes. We have a new group equipment sheet. We can put that there. I can put that in later if you want. But that's what you find.
What is the name of the glove?
Eldracarnum.
I mean, as a non-magic user, I am enticed by such a device, but I haven't the courage to wield it.
Well,
Perhaps.
Yeah, Dr.
I
OK.
don't know. What do you think?
Well, I do have experience with these spells, and It's my role, so if you don't want it, I'll take it.
I mean, would it be of any use, technically, to have multiple magic users, or... I don't know.
Are you guys talking loud enough for like the others to hear?
Yes.
No.
Oh, maybe not.
Kelly's like, no, definitely no.
No.
Isolate the competition.
If I had the ability to hear what you were saying, I would suggest that possibly Nico would take the glove and give him the ability to use such magic. But I can't hear what you're saying. And he turns back around.
Are you guys on a different comm frequency?
Maybe we could share it. I think that'd be fair. We could pass it around from time to time.
I mean, it would be like if you ran out of spells, this lets you use one extra spell slot, or how does it work?
I mean, for Heerz wise, because he'll run out of spells just because of the way spells work. But yeah, like you don't need to be a caster to use it at all. And I think like each gem has so many charges. Yeah. How many about, John? Per gem?
Per gem? Great question.
Yeah.
That I don't know the answer to.
Thanks.
Oh, it's based off each gem.
Yeah.
Like each spell gem is.
Yeah.
And you found each of these spell gems laying there?
Yes.
Mhm.
Damn, that's a big find. I can't spell Eldritch Armor.
How many gems?
It's
are
phonetic,
there?
which is funnily enough not phonetic.
Yeah, how do you spell it?
PHOENETSE.
Wait, what?
You're talking about
Yeah, I was just messing with you. Eldritch
Thanks,
yeah.
John.
But we've got that drop, right?
Sure. I can cue that up.
I found it.
I guess I'll cue it if you really need to. There it is. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
You basically have like the Infinity Gauntlet. Right?
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I don't know. Like, I really like it, but I'd understand if other people want to use it, so it's cool.
Yeah, I think like you are a spellcaster, you have all these abilities already. It'd be better if somebody non-spellcaster used it. So like
I'll take it.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want it.
I think Nico should take it if anything.
Yeah.
I got enough tricks and stuff up my sleeves without doing the magic missile stuff.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'm more along the lines of I just need better.
I'll take it.
If
right.
there's something comes along that improves dex, I'm appreciative. Of
If
strength.
that's the way it's gonna go.
there's
What does Microbot Assault do?
Yeah. Show me all. Can I get a sheet on all these?
They're
It's all in the core.
It's all in the core books. Spells. Sorry, man. Got a game to run.
you pull.
Yeah, but can I get the item
Yeah.
in my thing and then all the other things? And
Yeah.
then isn't that going to be in my?
I would just.
Thanks, Hero Lab.
Are they in the? It should be in the Hero Lab. Can we jump over to Nico? So you're looking around, trying to see what you can scrounge.
Mhm.
You see basically that there are a bunch of wires, some semi-precious stones, not as brilliant as the spell gems were, and some other random crystals. You can gather that all up. It takes about 10 minutes. Overall weighs about 5 bulk, worth about 2,500 UPBs for crafting. So
Okay, so
I don't know.
Nico's
if you
going to call out to the rest of the group, and he's going to say, "Guys, I found a lot here. It's going to be pretty heavy for me to carry alone. Does anybody have any spare kind of room to carry this along with me? Because at the moment, this is going to encumber me. I'm going to be slowed down here."
Not anymore. I have the storm hammer, or
Heerz has the storm hammer, and I'm full up pretty much at this point.
Same.
Unfortunately, what is it that you found?
I
What do you
found
got?
crafting materials. This is stuff that'll be useful in the long run when we're trying to makeshift a crafting device where we might be able to find some way to signal for help.
You can also
I
sell
have
them.
no interest in crafting anything until we get out of here.
This might be our only way
Same.
off of wherever we're at, is to craft something of our
How
own.
is this stuff going to do that?
Back at Orion Industries, I was able to come up with many a different technology that would be able to boost communications and weapon ranges to extensive lengths. And Nico's going to roll a diplomacy check on everybody here just to kind of get to kind of use his sales tactics here a little bit.
What are you trying to do?
He's trying to
Convince us to
convince him to carry.
All right.
And convince him that that he knows what he's doing.
I'm going to say it feels like a DC. They seem, one, that they're already holding a lot. So I think a DC. I mean, I know you're really good at diplomacy.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
Do we literally have
no.
to beat something to like not carry something?
Yeah,
Like,
this
so
is not
he
happening.
has to beat it to try to convince us to carry.
No, I know, but even then, like that doesn't.
You don't
make-
have
well,
to. You should do
it
what you
makes
want
sense,
to.
but-
I just wanted to give him a DC that would tell him whether he feels like he succeeded or not, and then you guys can roll with that however you want. That's it.
I can tell he fails with Rick.
All right. Well, it's
Because Rick's already
DC
at
18.
capacity.
DC 18,
DC
I think,
18.
is a good number.
Fair point.
To feel like you were confident. To feel like you sold it as best you could. Natural 20.
God, what happened?
Natural 20 plus 9. Let's go.
I don't think that means that that they'll do it. It doesn't guarantee that they're going to do it. But you sold it the best you could. That's what happened.
Heerz
Man,
says like
he's so cunning and so salesman-y with his, one sentence asking me to carry all this bulk that I still can't carry, but
If one
I
person
agree.
can carry if one person can carry, if the three of you guys can carry one bulk apiece, that would be more than
that would
enough.
put me encumbered.
I think it would put me encumbered too. There's like literally no room left in anyone's pockets to carry things without getting encumbered.
You also already have a lot, Nico. You
were very convincing.
You've
Nico.
got plenty
You
of
should craft
places to
a little wagon
scrounge.
and then pull it behind you with all the stuff in it. Like a Red Rider,
Did you find any
Makeshift
wheels in
prison
there?
for your mouth there?
You also find, Nico, 15 of those. You count them up. There are 15 of those bug furry friend dolls. Those, each one can sell for about 10 credits. You think they're kind of rare because remember they have the rare authentic Skittermander fur, voluntary, of course. And if you were to find a collector, you could probably get 25 credits for each of them. You also find 32 sealed Fusion Fizz cans all across the flavors of like Leovara Lush, Skitter Rocket Blast, all that stuff, right? And each one is only worth 1 credit, but they provide you all the nutrition and moisture that you would need for the day. So if you guys wanted to crack a cold one, you could just feel like you weren't going to be exhausted. I know you've got your culinary synthesizers, but this is also an easy way to make sure that you don't drift into the exhausted or like the I forget what it is, but not eating and not drinking.
but that's
So-
not even a mechanic that we're using, though, right?
If that's the case, John, then Nico
Or it's just
is
flavor.
going to carry 2 bulk of the 5 bulk that you've suggested, and he wants to take the most valuable parts that he finds. And if you want me to roll an engineering check on this, I'm more than willing to do so.
It's all, the total is going to be the same, so it's going to be about 500 UPBs. So taking 2 bulk means that you're going to have 1,000 UPBs
Yeah.
to either sell or use for crafting.
All right, that's fine.
Here's what: if you guys said I'm not going to eat or drink anything, then I would be like, great, I'm going to roll that in. I'm assuming that you guys have kind of said, like, you had these culinary synthesizers. I'm not going to, unless you want to talk about it and bring it up when and if you rest and you're using it, right? Then otherwise, I'm going to assume that you're doing it. That you're,
Yeah, that's what I thought, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're just
Yeah, I
taking
thought we
care of our
agreed to
daily
that.
needs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Use the bathroom when we need, stuff like
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a 10-minute rest to use the bathroom.
So,
Here's gonna go pee. BRB.
Rick, you are going to look at the doors, right? What's your percent?
Yeah, I rolled an 11 on all 3 doors. Or should I do one for each door so I have a better chance of rolling?
Which one do you want to start with?
The one all the way to the left.
Okay.
Or like the straight ahead angled.
Yeah. You know that door and the door to the right, the 2 single doors. Both of those are different than other doors. One, there's a bright stripe of alternating purple and black that outlines the exterior, right? There are also 4 large toggle switches, 2 on each side, that can lock the door from this side. But they're not locked from what you can tell right now. They don't seem like they would be in a typical conventional locked position. And In the one that is on the left, there is a view screen. You can't see much inside, except you can see that there is some sort of it's a bit of a smaller door. It's maybe about 3 feet off the ground. You kind of look in. You can see that it is a room. The lights are flashing. There does seem to be some sort of damaged workstations. There's some more damage inside. You maybe see in the back there looks to be a couple shapes of large pedestals. You're not quite sure what's going on there.
This is a digital view screen, or is just like glass? You mean?
Glass.
Okay.
And the thing is that above it is some sort of creature of like a holographic image that's floating, right? Of the stylized biped with broad spiked shoulders and an armored head and a long tail. And maybe Dr. OK, you know what this is. And I'm putting this in your journal now. I'm allowing you guys to see it. It's called a Kyokor. And it is some sort of just creature. It's a little odd that it's so that it's there. I'm gonna see if I can show it on screen here.
It's got like a dragon's face, kind of.
Yeah.
And then like just big, broad, spiky shoulders, like you said.
This is
But this is a hologram,
like a-
right? So
Totally a hologram. If you want,
is it moving or is it like solid? Is it or like static?
it's static, but the hologram's still right. It's projecting it.
But it's not like a video feed or something. Okay.
Two other things that I want to remind you guys of. One, in this room already, there are green stains across the room, kind of splattered. You're not sure what they are yet. And Rick, if we want to investigate that in a second, we can. Rick, I want to let you know that you can give me, if you want to know more about this hologram, you can give me a culture or a life science check.
I don't think I have life science.
I'll
do culture.
I'll assist with culture.
I got a 20 for culture. Plus, did you assist?
I did.
So I got 22 for culture. Right? 22? It's plus 2?
Yeah, let's do 22.
Yeah. it's-
Great. Yeah, you're like, this has to be something with the grays. But it seems weird. Like, I'm looking in. I don't see anything there. You know, Kyokors are like big creatures. I don't know that's quite what is in there. That it seems odd. And Dr. OK is like, maybe it's not meant to be in there. You realize
Seems
that
out of place.
it's like a gray thought figure. It's like a symbol that's meant to indicate this area's importance as a place of study. So the actual sigil, the actual symbol of it, is unimportant and probably unrelated, but it's so unique that you could refer to it and somebody would know what you're talking about without maybe knowing what you're talking about.
It's like a monster crafting lab or something, maybe.
Maybe also could be totally unrelated, because then you look over to the door to your right, same door, 4 toggle switches, purple, black outline. The view screen is damaged. You can't see in there. The glass is cracked. There's another hologram, though. And that hologram is of an aquatic creature, which is weird.
Wait, you're saying these are like gray study rooms that are marked by these holograms? So like one gray would communicate to another gray, like, oh, I'm in the football playing lizard room.
Sure. And then another one might say, oh, I'm showing it to you guys now,
The dolphin room.
well, it's this like prehistoric creature
Whale?
with electricity. I just added it. It's called an oma. They're these large creatures that are pretty cool.
It's like a fishy whale with electricity.
Yeah, it's purple
It
and
looks
blue.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's freaking
actually.
cool.
Yeah,
it's an
kinda cool.
oma.
Like
That
a
is
giant,
pretty cool.
giant koi, electric koi.
Yeah, and maybe Heerz, as you're walking over, you do feel kind of a telepathic connection to them, in the sense that there's a telepathic imprint on them. So it's like you could refer to them telepathically, right? It's like saying you're saying I'm in the room with the oma, or doing whatever, or you could ping it kind of telepathically.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
Do
not
you let
the
us know
other
that?
figure, right? Just
Both.
this one.
both.
Oh, okay. Now Heerz keeps it a secret. JK, he'll say it. All right,
Does Rick see
Hey,
like
Rick.
another door over there at all? Is it just like a single room?
Which one?
Either one. Like,
They both seem like they're the one on the right. You can't really see into it that much, but maybe you can look and see. They're both pretty large rooms.
and so Rick's like senses. Are you doing that telepathically?
Yeah, Heerz is going to be like,
so he feels like Heerz like scratching at his brain.
These little figures, you can kind of, like, there's some way of talking to them or using them to, like, tell probably other Greys, and they're telepathically where I'm at, what it does, stuff like that. I can't be sure, but it's related to that.
Understood. Do you think these rooms are worth exploring then?
is there any way Heerz could find out some sort of like remnants or imprints telepathically of that kind of stuff?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to say no, so maybe give me a... I'm trying to think what that would be.
Mysticism?
Sure. Mysticism's good.
I'll assist.
Okay.
Well, I only rolled a 9, unfortunately, in spite of my high mysticism. So it's basically a 1.
You rolled a 9?
Yeah.
I did assist.
1 plus 8. So
it's 11.
You got an 11. That's just good enough to know. I'll say this. They both seem like you are... The space that you're in now, the workstations were probably some sort of area, again, where you could do testing. You're probably in another testing area in general. The experiments here are just different. But the room that has the Kyokor on it, you do think that there is probably...
Wait, how do you spell Kyokor? I just tried to spell it, and Google Docs corrected it as Kilcare. Kilcare is apparently a word.
What is a Kyokor?
I don't know. I'm going to Google it.
That's
I'm afraid to.
Kyokor is Kyokor.
Oh, okay, wait. I'm so bad at spelling stuff.
It's okay. So you can't get too much read from the room with the Kyokor. Here's, but the room, maybe you start to reach out, and Dr. OK is maybe, I don't know, maybe he's saying like, he's talking to you about just some different ways that you could picture this. He's also trying to picture what's going on.
Makes sense.
The one with the Oma, not only is there a telepathic ping from something inside the room, it feels like maybe there's a working computer in there. It's not been smashed. If you remember, in the first room with the Bounder, there was some sort of a communications device. You think that from your ping, there's probably another one in there, and it might be working. But it doesn't feel like it's like a huge thing. It just feels like there's something in there that can communicate to somewhere else.
Okay.
Two things. First, how do you spell... what was the other creature called?
Oma. O-M-A.
Oh, okay. That's an easy one.
Yep.
Nico.
And secondly, Kilcare is a beach in Australia.
Oh, nice.
For anybody
Go
out
for
there.
Aussie fans.
We
Yeah.
love our fans. Remember, I'm not going to do that.
Really
Down
wanna
under,
go.
we
Nah,
love guys.
don't be that. But if you live in Australia, and you've been there.
I want to go.
I've been to Australia.
Wait, what, Will?
Nothing. I just really want to go to Tassie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah? Is that like an island with the Tasmanian devils?
Yes. But they're extinct
It
now.
is. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Sad.
Tasmania is a little island on the south side of Australia.
Sounds fun. All right, let's go to Australia, guys.
Will Save Tours coming to you soon.
Yeah, they have some conventions there.
Yeah. They have conventions in Australia. Yes.
I think Gen Con had one or something, or PAX, or I don't know.
PAX. Yeah, PAX. This
PAX.
one. Be cool to go to that.
Here's tells the group this, by the way.
There's a computer in there, and I think it's another experiment laboratory. We should probably check out the computer, but heads up, maybe next a paperclip will attack us or something. I don't know. Literally anything's game at this point.
Freaking heads up.
Nick,
So-
you had
You had
something
some
to say?
thoughts,
Yeah.
Nico.
So Nico wanted to do a culture check on the Kyokors.
Okay. Roll your...
So that's a 14 on the dice plus 10. So that's 24. He wants to know a little bit more on the ferocity of the Kyokors.
Okay.
There's something in the back of his head that he remembers something about them destroying the population of an entire planet.
Wait, what?
Or close
okay.
to it.
Damn.
Is John feeding you this, or did you
Nope.
Google something?
Let's not go in the Kyokor room then.
Kyokors are colossal, by the way. Like size, like technical, mechanical size, colossal. I'm going to read you some of the Alien Archive, which you can see, because the artwork is super cool. And it's a super sweet just thread in general. It says Kyokors are one of the most common types of colossi that rampage like a living apocalypse across the ruined planet Daimalko. These mammoth bipedal alien horrors are large enough to take out an entire city block with a few sweeps of their hulking claws. And in fact, this seems to be exactly what they evolved or were designed to do.
It's Godzilla. Like I saw an image of it just now. It's basically Godzilla. It's
Yeah.
huge.
I was thinking that it is like a
It is
giant
awesome.
Godzilla type creature.
Just going to pull out
That's
some
crazy.
cool phrases. Enormous juggernauts. Let's see. Tiny glowing eyes peeking out from a cavernous gash. Ooh, I like this. It's also said that Kyokors are capable of speech, but that no one alive has heard a Kyokor's voice. It's haunting.
So Nico Orion is just, upon remembering all this, he's going to say, I've got a bad feeling about this.
You
So
said
he's
it.
going to charge in first with his jump jets ready to
Here I
go.
go.
And he's going to follow up with saying, like, they're experimenting with
jets.
Kyokors. Have you guys heard about the awakening on Daimalko?
Why does Nico know so much? But go ahead, Nico.
Nah, I never heard of it.
I heard stories during my tales on the Outer Rim and in the near worlds. Just the planet used to be full of life and had a vast and teeming ocean. Then all of a sudden, in a single day, it all evaporated. And these Kyokors, part of the Colossi, rose from the ground and, in the course of a single year, drove the entire population underground and nearly destroyed every living thing on the planet. If they're experimenting with Kyokors, this thing might be bursting from the inside.
It is just a hologram.
It may
At least
Which
from what I'm aware
represents
of.
something else, though, right? I mean, this hologram is like a symbol for a larger thing.
What do we find in the other
This
room, though?
larger
The
thing
place
might
was
be nearby.
slashed up. The place was slashed up, and the structural integrity of the room itself was failing.
That appeared to be a troll of some sort.
Yeah, the Colossus.
Also,
I think we should still investigate.
there were like green slimes all over that room too. There's green slimes in there, right, Rick?
Yeah, tell us more about the green stains in this room.
Yeah. Give me. I don't know why I started really high with that. Give me somebody a life science or medicine check and give yourself a +2.
I will
Oh,
assist on the medicine.
29.
I'll look
life
at
science.
Assist on the medicine check, too.
Let's go.
I did not assist on the medicine check.
So who's going to roll it?
I rolled it for a 29.
You roll life
with your
science?
+2.
29. Who is assisting?
Yes.
I'm
I
assisting.
tried to.
Let's go one at a time. Nick, are you assisting?
Yes, I rolled a 10 cumulatively.
Okay, great. So +2. Rick, are you assisting?
I tried, and I had no luck.
Okay, so you don't know anything. Dr. Okay, I'm just assuming you're assisting because you're a baller.
Yeah,
He's
I
good
mean,
at life
or I
science.
could have just rolled.
Yeah.
I did roll a net.
Yeah.
18 for 31.
Crushed it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so both you and Heerz at the same time are like, this is absolutely troll blood. And Dr. Okay, I think it's your assist gives you this information, which is that the blood is slightly radioactive.
Hey guys, this isn't just some normal troll. This guy's a little, how should I say it? Radioactive, I don't know. He's beaming.
That's good. Let's not go in there.
Yeah.
I'm not down.
Where was the stains at? Is it just all over the room? Or
Yeah,
is it
no.
on a-
That's just all over the room. It has nothing to do with these doors. It's just all over the room that you are already in.
What? Oh.
Oh, hey, this is bad.
It's slightly radioactive. Like that doesn't. As a former ELT, I can tell you, slight radiation is not a big deal.
Yeah. Well,
Is there any mechanical aspect of the slight radiation?
No.
No, but just the fact that there is a radioactive troll doesn't concern you?
The fact that this building is collapsing and we've been contained
Yeah,
on
let's
in
get
a
outta
vessel,
here.
and I have no idea. Exactly. But we may have to encounter this radioactive troll at some point as well.
I think we should start with the room with the computer in it, which is this one.
The one on the right. The Oma.
Yeah, the OMA. We might be able to find our way out that way. Plus, we can connect to whatever network they have going on and figure that out.
I concur. But, John, did I learn anything about the double doors?
The double doors, there are no view screens in them. They, you presume, probably just go on to another wing. Think of the double doors that were in the data foundry, right? They probably just lead up to another area. So, all right.
Are you guys ready to move forward?
Ready?
And Rick will
Yes.
step up to the door.
To which door?
Yep.
To
Going through this door,
Oma?
Here's
not this one.
Here says,
Into the Oma's room. Yeah.
guys, let's let Chad open it up, all right?
that
Just for
room was
safety.
that room was the Kyokor, which is the giant.
Kyokor.
Oh, yes.
That was not the room the other room was the one that you pinged
This
a
is the
working
Oma.
computer with like a telepathic. There's like a telepathic sense that you get from that room.
all right. Let's do it. Chad, if you're all agreed,
Okay.
Chad's gonna go open it.
Okay.
Rick will stand there. He's got his artillery laser out, and he's leaning up against the double doors so he can like sense if there's anything coming from that side as well.
Okay.
Here's drinks a purple soda and tells Chad to open the room.
The Grape Fanta is probably a joke, but there was a Grape Fusion Fizz, and there was no cool name because grape is just grape. So there's no cool name for that one. It was just grape. Because all grape.
It's refreshing enough.
Yeah. Here's as you walk up, there's a faint ping of something else telepathic. And right at that time, Chad's like, all right, gonna open it up.
Great. With an
Great.
emphasis on gray.
Chad opens the door, presses the buttons. Chad is around for what, an hour?
Yeah, he's like around for an hour for each cast.
Takes a bite of the burrito, takes a sip as well.
Hurry up, Chad.
Chews.
Come on.
Thinks about checking the surf,
Chad. Chad, open it up.
and then looks at you, and then
Okay.
doot. All right, man. And then opens the door.
God, Lord, Chad's so slow.
Does anyone watch Saturday Night Live?
I mean,
it's Pete. What's his name?
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson does like a Chad
Yeah.
character
Amazing.
where he just always is like, okay,
All right.
and just does stupid things. Just, all right, yeah, okay.
I mean, Chad's not that dumb. He's smart. He's just kind of like
Is he? He's a floating hand that does the same thing repeatedly until you tell him to do
he
anything
does
else.
what I ask him to do very well. He's very
This door.
He's loyal, is what he is.
This door slides up. And as it slides up, it doesn't quite get all the way up. There's probably something blocking in the cavity above. But as it opens, you feel just a bit of cool air, as if this door has not been opened for a little while. I'm going to reveal it. And this is what you guys see.
Oh, it's a large room.
You
Very
see
big.
in the northern wall, the first thing that grabs your attention in this large room is there's a giant plate of blue metal, and it displays an animated Oma that, just like on the outside of the door, except much larger, and it's swimming in the blue screen, occasionally looking as if looking in the room, and its purple blue electricity kind of cackles across, but there are dead patches in the screen from random damage, so it breaks your immersion. As soon as you see the electricity and the fish swim through one, you realize this is just a large visual prop. So then at the southern end of the room, you see a podium. It's covered, there's a bunch of colored buttons and touchpads. Near the eastern wall, there's a frame of gold and silver wires that reminds you of the one that was in the room with the founder. Silver wires, there's hollows built into it like small cages, and all these wires run into a machine in each of the cage where there's like a smoky crystal. And there are two workstations, each with 3 desks and chairs that sit in the center and the northern part of the room. And in the northern west corner is this raised section of tubes and wires and vapor clouded pipes, the whole array humming and occasionally hissing, and the ceiling cracked, twisted metal panels bending down into the room, rock and debris litters the floor. The one thing that it stands out is in the center of the room, there's a strange gold object in front of the 2 workstations. Seem to be 2 spiky rings that are almost touching. Each one, you can just tell the lights flicker a little over, but each time it does, there's a ping, there's like a reflection from this bunch of multicolored gems inside. And you see these spider-like limbs and spikes sit from a soft blue orb in the center of the object, and these spider-like limbs kind of come out from underneath. Some of the limbs look like they're for movement. Other ones appear to be covered in syringes, little clamps, little handy tools, maybe like a little tube. Just looks like a weird little helper. It's not moving, just kind of sitting. What do you guys do?
Here's, I'll send Chad in to investigate that thing in the middle.
Okay.
Where the hell it is.
Rick will perceive for any traps or item or hidden objects. That's 18.
Can I do a mysticism check now with the door open to see if I can like kind of pinpoint where this psychic thing was coming from?
Yeah, but since you don't have telepathy, it's going to be a bit tougher.
Oh, never mind.
Well, here's
I can use...
Yeah. Here's you
Go
can.
ahead, Will.
Sorry, Will. Go ahead.
My bad, Will.
No, I'm just... I can only do mysticism in the sense that I can also do a life science check, but I don't know that I'm skilled in mysticism because of that. It was just for identifying creatures and like the regular life science stuff.
Sorry, what did you say? You said that the workstation, there's 2 workstations, then there's the object in the middle of the room, and then did you tell us what this thing to the far left is, or straight across the room?
The far...
These 3 objects.
That is this machine. It's humming. There's a lot of hissing, right?
Okay.
This blue thing is
the Oma.
Yeah, this blue thing is part of the screen. It sticks out a little bit, and it is essentially another large area where like it can come into this hologram and swim in and then swim out. It's pretty neat. This is a podium where you think that probably you can control the computers. This is that machine. The
communication.
This is the machine with the smoky crystals. Reminds you of the communication machine. This is the hissing machine in the corner. You can give me an engineering check on that. This is the podium where you can control, and there's probably the computer. Here's you can
Does
ping.
the hissing machine look like the communication device from the other room? Okay.
No. The one in the corner looks like it might have been of a similar make. Heerz
wants to do a couple things. First, what like Dr. OK was trying to do. Heerz is going to try to identify the source of the telepathy.
Okay.
So,
and Rick, you did a perception check that you don't. Rick is standing right in the doorway. You don't notice any traps. There are no traps. What you do realize is that there are also 4 toggles on this side, so you could lock the door from this side. And you realize that you could also lock the door from the outside by pulling these toggles. So you could lock it from inside or outside.
Just roll a 26 mysticism.
26 mysticism.
And then he's also going to detect magic before sending Chad in.
Detect magic. Okay.
Yeah.
And Dr. K, you were going to do the mysticism as well. I definitely think
I can't actually do any sort of mysticism check. I can only identify creatures that would normally be identified by a mysticism check using my life science ability because of my pious scientist Asharu granted option.
Okay. I'll say that you can assist Heerz, though, if you want.
Sure. I assist. I think I get automatic success.
Great. So Heerz, you got 28. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So you're doing detect magic, and you're trying to just see where the source of this telepathy was, right?
Yeah, those 2 different things, yeah.
Okay. One, the main source of telepathy seems to come from, one, the computer seems like it has that telepathic component. You can interact with it telepathically, right? You also sense that the machine in the corner the communications device is also some sort of telepathic device, and you get the sense that you need to take a minute to work through it, probably through the computer. That's probably the best way to interact with it. It seems pretty complex, but you can ping it, and I'm picturing kind of like radar. You can feel its presence. You do feel a telepathic presence, almost a sentience coming from the object that's in the center of the room. It seems neutral, but dormant, which is weird. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say your detect magic.
Yes, detect magic. Yeah.
If you're a GM and you know this room and you know stuff, let me know. I don't think you really pull up anything with your detect magic per se. There's nothing. If anything, there's more of a psychic telepathic presence than there's anything really magic. Although you do think that some of maybe your detect magic is blending in a little bit with your telepathy, and this object in the center of the room has some sort of magic in it in the way that many hybrid items do, right?
Could we do like an engineering check?
You could do an engineering check on that. You could also do an engineering check. I know you were curious, Rick, about the machine in the corner, the one that's humming and hissing.
Identify technology.
I'm at this point. Rick is still just concerned about like anything that is a risk to us.
Kind of jump out and kill you.
Yeah. So like I see damaged stuff. Is there any indication, or is that just flavor on the map?
It doesn't seem like anything in here has the same. Like there's no green stains, right? There's probably none of this other blood. It seems like whatever this room is a little bit more put together. So
okay,
it was damaged. The ceiling is, there are some beams that are hanging down, and some of the workstation stuff are damaged, but it's not as bad.
And so that northern wall is like one giant screen, and then like there's one section of it that's holographic where the thing can come out and swim around.
Yeah, and then otherwise it swims into the screen. It's kind of a neat thing. That's all.
And I'll only move 20 feet at a time, but Rick will strafe the wall, keeping his gun up and like scanning the room as he makes his way over towards the pedestal.
Okay. And Dr. K, you were going to do a detect magic, or sorry,
engineering identify technology.
Okay. On
Heerz
the
assists.
Okay, on the thing in the center.
I got a 27.
So 29 total.
Okay. 27, 29 total. Just look at something real quick. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. It's probably some sort of a technological and magical creature, but it's in a dormant state. And the telepathic ping you get from it, the profile of it, is neutral. And that doesn't seem to be just because it's in a dormant state. It just seems to be like, even if something was sleeping and was maybe evil, I'm not saying detect alignment, it's just you have a sense that there's nothing here that is malicious about it.
Okay. Heerz wants to send Chad in to go like touch it.
Okay.
So Chad does that. He goes like, all right. Goes like right up to it.
Okay.
Touches it.
Rick, as you're coming up to the podium, give me an engineering check.
Oh god, this scares me. Tiny Kraken dice. 15 plus.
Tiny Kraken dice.
Engineering is a 3, so I got 18.
18. You think that this area is a laboratory because that humming and hissing machine, you realize, is an energy and heat sink. So
I think that this room is a laboratory because this device in the corner must be some kind of heat sink, he says over the intercoms.
Yeah, it's pulling in all this excess energy, right? So that way nothing concentrates in one area. It's not damaged.
I'd like to do an engineering check on this item up here.
Sorry, can you... I'm not looking at the map.
The other corner?
Did you walk in the room? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Dr. K walked in the room, and you're walking up to... Oh, the northwest corner. So that is... You are pretty sure some sort of a comms device. But again, you don't have telepathy. So you're not feeling that comms connection. But based on the way that the wires move out of the room...
Is telepathy different than any magic mysticism?
It's often a racial trait, telepathy.
Yeah, you're telepathy. So Heerz and Nico, you're both standing outside the room.
Well, Heerz is going to go to the computer and try to ask it some questions and connect with it telepathically.
Okay. And Rick is at the computer. Nico, what are you doing?
Nico's running. Nico's gonna walk in, and he's just gonna kind of be looking around and just trying to understand the scene that's kind of before him a little bit.
Okay.
It's definitely not something. It's definitely something that unnerves him.
Okay. Heerz, as you walk in and you're walking forward, are you two at the podium, Rick and Heerz?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you realize that the podium is a working computer.
Yeah, Heerz is going to connect with it telepathically and touch it and stuff. Yeah.
Telepathetically.
Rick will take point in front of it.
Yeah, and Nico's gonna go up to the computer too.
Okay.
He's going to try to figure out, he's going to ask some things to it. But yeah.
So you guys are spreading across the room, and I realize that we need...
Monsters!
No. We need something for Chad. Because we don't have anything for Chad.
Something from Chad? What do you mean?
No.
What do you mean?
We need like a
token for Chad.
Yeah. We need We need a Chad token. So I just go in there.
What the wait, it's a guy on a surfboard with a gun?
Yeah, AK-47. Why not?
Where did you get this token from?
Oh, just the depths of Roll20.
Okay.
Annals of Roll20.
He searched for Chad in Roll20, I'm sure.
So chatty.
It's very chatty. So
it is pretty chatty, man. You know what it's all about.
So Chad walks up, and Chad Chad doesn't seem to. Chad just keeps eating burrito and doesn't seem to have any. I don't know, man. It's not moving.
What?
The blue ball, though, Chad tells you, seems to be like some sort of like a plasma ball. You know, but it's not on yet. So there's like a blue energy coming out of it. But I don't know, man. It's rad.
Can Chad do that?
Chad has some surprising things that you don't know about. I'm just kidding. He doesn't. I'm just telling
Chad's
you.
a man of the world.
Chad's
Thanks, Chad.
scholarly.
Chad did major in some kind of physics, so there you go.
Before he died, became your servant thing?
You
It's a long story, Chad and I. But
You see Santa Barbara. You see
exactly. That's exactly where he went, actually.
the University of Castroville, Santa Barbara. That's what that's what it is. So here's you connect to the computer.
Nico's also gonna be going with Heerz to kind of connect with it.
Okay. Hey, move over.
You guys hold hands while you're connecting to the computer?
That's the only way.
To Nico.
It's the only way.
Nico's gonna
embrace.
I have a bad feeling about
Nico's gonna go over to Heerz and he's gonna be like, "All right, I'll let you take point on this, but if you f up, I'm taking over."
You can't. You literally can't even do it.
That's funny.
Give it a try.
All right,
Give it a try.
All right, Heerz is connecting to it, and he puts his finger on Nico's head so he can hear what he's hearing.
Okay. Couple things.
That's cool.
I like that.
Like E.T., you know.
One. I need you to give me a.
Save.
No,
Okay.
A computer's check.
Okay.
Sorry, let me tell you this. It is a secure computer. So you're going to need to make a DC if you want to see what's in it.
Pull up your hacking flowchart.
John, do you want to do... We talked about this earlier. Do you want to do the new...
I don't want to do the dynamic hacking yet. That's a thing for another time. That's cool, and it's really great. Thank you, Tech Revolution. I don't want to do that now. Trust me. It's cool.
All right.
But good
Wait,
shout
what
out.
is dynamic hacking?
You got to read Tech Revolution. So, actually, here's...
Right.
As you go to tap in, you think... It's probably going to be a bit tough, so I don't know if you want to give me a hack right now.
A hack? Or just a computer's check? What do you mean?
To get past just to hack into the computer.
Oh,
John, can I make a suggestion? Hold on. Before we do this, seeing as though Heerz is touching my forehead telepathically, so I hear what the computer's hearing and what he's hearing, right?
Yeah.
Can I make the suggestion that he do a diversionary make a diversion so that he can hack in there and I can roll that?
I don't understand.
So
no, I think you would just assist.
I just assist.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just how that works.
I have a +11 computer, so I think we're about the same, Nico and
Well,
I.
Rick is going to move away from the
Like-
computer if you guys are going to start hacking into
Okay.
his-
Yes.
Okay.
Agree.
Okay.
I rolled a 27.
27. Crushed it.
And I'm assisting.
Yep.
So, yep, that's it. That's an assist. That's even with it roll. That's a 4 + 11. That's 15.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can see too that the computer, like, you don't have to do it telepathically. You can also type in, but the telepathic way is just very common to it. But for some reason, this one has some tactile buttons to it. Okay, so you crush it. You are able to get in. Your mind pushes past whatever security is already in the computer. You can actually get in past the login, past all of that. You see that there are 3 modules that are on the computer. As you do that, as you're opening yourself up to the computer, Heerz, the presence of that thing in the center of the room awakens as well.
Of course it does.
And
Poor Chad.
Chad is looking
Chad's
at
dead.
it, and Rick, you're standing over, and Dr. OK, you're both of you are flanking the creature from diagonally, way like in separate corners of the room. The wheels, you hear these gold wheels start to turn, and they're catching more of the light, and they're starting to reflect all these colors all around the floor around it, and the blue
Chad,
light
run.
inside of it starts to glow and connect out to the rings, and so it seems like it's coursing electricity through it, and it pushes itself up on these 4 arms that come out. Ting, 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 ting. It pushes itself up, and all of you in the room hear,
Oh, Jesus.
in your mind, you simultaneously hear this voice that says,
Greetings, new test subjects. I am
God.
the Monitor, and today is your lucky day.
and that's our game.
Oh!
my God.
I had
Rick
a
on
bad
fire.
feeling
It
about
reminded
this.
me of that like thing from Halo, the little floating guy.
Not Cortana, right?
No, not Cortana, the guy who like has knowledge of the ring and he's screwing you over secretly.
Screwing
The bad guy.
screwing
Bad
you
guy.
over secretly.
Yeah, the little floating guy. I can't remember his name.